Okay, so a little while ago, I got into a bit of a rear ending. So, since insurance knows what's up, I'm gonna be replacing the whole thing with this.
We're putting this rough country bumper on my 2020 Ranger, so let's get started.
First step is removing the license plate. You're gonna want that on your next bumper. Next, you're gonna wanna come under here and disconnect this harness because bumpers are electronic now. If you've got a tow hitch like me, that might get in the way, so you could remove that first, but it's the same bolts to remove that as to remove the actual bumper. So, you know, you're gonna be doing it anyway. Woo. I put that on stronger than I thought. Or I had it going the wrong way. There's a little lip right under here. You can use an alligator clamp to make sure that bumper doesn't fall on your head. Of course, the tow hitch is not connected to that tab. Next bit should be pretty straightforward. We're just gonna pull the wiring harness off the old bumper and get it on this new bumper.
You're going to be removing a couple plastic tabs and the plugs for the reverse sensors, and then the reverse sensors themselves.
These three on the back of the bottom step right here are the hardest to get off, and I don't see an equivalent on the rough country bumper, so I'm just gonna cut them.
Next, you got to remove this housing, which holds the illumination light for the license plate. Once you've done that, you're going to pop the light out of the housing because the lights themselves fit directly into the new bumper. This bumper also comes with some of Rough Country's own LEDs, which also fit directly into the new bumper.
All right, next we gotta add the bracket that's gonna connect this bumper to the frame. So the bracket is right here, and this is the hardware.
Rough Country makes this extra easy to assemble by including these little plastic tabs which hold the hardware in place. You can leave these loose so it's much easier to align the bumper, and then it's a matter of putting it back on much safer than I took it off.
All right, so it all came together pretty good. The bumper just goes back on the way that you took off the original. I left everything loose so that I could adjust it a little bit. So that you can get everything evenly lined up. And then once you've done that, you can tighten everything down. I tested the parking sensors. It'll still work. Everything is working as it should. The lights are still disconnected. There's harnesses in there if you want to run that all the way up to the front and have the little switch that they include. I want to install a couple more lights on this truck. So I want to kind of marry all those harnesses together. So I'm going to leave these unhooked and just tuck up these wires until I get that full switch plate set up. But otherwise, this bumper was really easy to install, really good. I didn't think I was going to do a video today, and I basically was chasing the sun. It went on in a couple hours. Pretty easy. I want to do a lot more with this truck on this channel, despite the fact that the Yaris is, you know, the bread and butter of this channel. And if you want to support the Yaris build, be sure to check out some of the Rasul Racing merch. And if you just like fun off-roading things, I've got some merch that reflects that as well. Like, this is the story of my old 4Runner. Ultimately, this is the towing rig for the Yaris, and if both vehicles are in extra good condition, I can go out to more races, more off-roading, do overnights, and get more content out of actually going out and enjoying my cars and not putting parts on them. But also, if you're here just because you own a Ford Ranger as well, and you want to see some other stuff installed, let me know in the comments, and that might already be on my list, and I might do an install video on that, and maybe a little bit of a review on how stuff actually holds up. But for now, I'll just see you in the next video.